We're in today with the RTX 3070. This is a 2020 video card with 5888 shaders. It's got 8 GB of VRAM GDDR6 running at 1500 MHz on the core clock and 1750 MHz on the memory clock. It's got 256 bits bus width, and we're gonna pair it up with the new build with this Intel Xeon E5 1650 V4 that is running with 6 cores and 12 threads. This computer actually I built it for SLI and Crossfire, but today I want to put this RTX 3070 to see the end of the CPU, if it makes any sense. I know it's going to bottleneck in some cases, but yeah, I just want to see how this computer is holding today. Let's jump in a couple of games and let's max it out and see how it holds. Let's go. You can actually see that the game looks fantastic. I put maximum quality here, and I came here because this is a place where it freaking loads the computer, you know. There's a lot of spikes here because I'm on top of the building and I got a lot of details, and I'm 100% sure that if I go in a place where there is not a lot of texture, it will give me more FPS, but I'm on maximum details without any upscaling. Yes, all right, so that is a very important performance. The purpose of today is to see which one is bottlenecking, which one is at maximum, you know. Because of the FPS, I'm guessing the threads on the CPU are being the one that is bottlenecking in this situation. But when it comes to the cores, I think yeah, it's a very interesting balance between this video card and the system. The only thing that is working really nice is this FSR3 is like God-given, seriously. 70 FPS, 60, 70 FPS. On maximum details, it looks fantastic. With frame generation, it's decent. This is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I need from this computer, you know. In this case, you can actually see the balance is 70 on the CPU and 60 on the GPU. This is how I will do it, you know. I will leave it on ultra, use FSR, lock it to 60 FPS, and yeah, it will be a great experience overall. It looks fantastic, man. It feels okay. It feels very snappy. It's good now. The game is good now, and I can't complain, you know. I jumped into PUBG. I put everything on maximum details. Even the render scale is 120 render scale, and hopefully I will get nice performance from this, because the video card is hot. I nearly 400 watts consumption from this, and it's a good performance overall, and I like it, seriously. The only thing it's concerning is that 85 degrees on this video card. I don't like that, seriously. I think this is got a sensor and it's got hotspot 104. That's not okay. Let's put power 75. Let's see, 1.7 on the core clock on the video card. 300, nearly 400 watts. Now I managed to reduce it to 340. I have to put a couple of fans here there in order to cool down the whole thing. Drag the air out. Overall, it's doing great, you know. This computer, this system, it's kind of okay. 95% load on the core of the video card without that power being dragged down. It still was loaded, you know. 100 FPS is still there. There is no problem. Maximum details, 120% render scale. It's a lot, you know, and I will not use it like this. Usually I will do some custom settings, but in this case you can actually see it's capable of delivering that. It feels very snappy. It feels good. If we're jumping in Apex with this combination, maximum details, in this case you can actually see the balance. It's nearly the same in between them. You can actually see that the GPU, it's around 50-70% load on the core with this system in this game with maximum details. I mean, I like it. It's a decent performance overall, and I'm not going to be disappointed in this case because it's doing a fantastic job. It looks great. It works okay. So look at this. It's fantastic. 144 FPS on average. This is where the GPU it's loaded. I like it. I mean, I'm not complaining here. It means that the GPU is doing a fantastic work. I resetted the power meter on the video card because I wanted to see if the video card is getting hot in Apex. I'm 100% sure if I do custom settings in MS Afterburner, I want to see if they are equal. So in MS Afterburner with Apex here in this occasion is doing great. So there is no need to lower the core speed in order to adjust to the temperature. All right. so definitely a great performance in this game with this video card and this system. You can actually see that the GPU is not stressed. 40 degrees on a Gigabyte AORUS. That means the GPU is not stressed. Doesn't have any problems. It shows 30% load on this CPU, but I'm 100% sure there's a problem with the threads, where the speed or the threads are way too slow. I like the performance here, but I need more from this. This is exactly what I wanted to see from this computer, because if this is going like this, then it's a fantastic performance. I like this idea, you know, if I see this GPU not being stressed, like in this case, then I know that the GPU, it's not the problem, and the problem is the CPU. I don't have a lot of wattage consumption, 190, 215 watts consumption. I think that is okay, you know, overall performance from this computer. The only thing I like about this is 39 degrees on the GPU now. 40% load on the video card, you know, it's the most fantastic number ever I'm seeing on this video card. But if you're jumping in Counter-Strike with this system and this video card, you can actually see it's offering you on maximum details 1080p. This computer, this CPU, this video card is giving you 140 FPS on average. Good MS, 5 to 6, 8 MS, very flat. There is no spikes in the game. Apparently this computer is working really nice with this game. It's one of those situations, even if you max it out, you can actually have a lot of fun. It's a fantastic performance overall. Now on the GPU side, you can actually see it's reaching 50% on the video card. It's utilizing nearly 6 gig of VRAM in this case, and on the system side I got 10 gig of system RAM with 40% load on the CPU. I mean 35-40% load. You can actually clearly see in this situation that the GPU has no problem, and the problem comes from the CPU. Yeah, kind of interesting. Doom with maximum details apparently is doing fantastic here with this video card and this CPU. It's got a lot of FPS. In this occasion, you can actually see that the frame time is perfect in this. I mean, I like it because it looks great, you know, and I think this is the right game that I need to put on this hardware. Look at this. The GPU on this situation, it's not being stressed. Yeah, definitely it's working really well. 53 degrees with less than 100 watts consumption from this. That's exactly what I need from this video card. The GPU, it's not stressed in this case, but it's using 3.4 gig of VRAM, and this game looks fantastic, even though it's not utilizing this amount of performance from this. I like it, seriously. I like how it looks, and I like how it's utilizing the hardware. But if we're jumping in Metro with maximum details, you can actually see that the video card and the system is pushed again to the wall. Look at it. Nearly 400 watts consumption, 380 I seen, and the video card is on 84 degrees. It's getting hot, seriously. And I want to show you how it's performing. Only 1.8 gig of VRAM is utilized here, because I don't want to keep the video card here in this situation, and I want to put temperature limit in order to get the best from this video card, and do not stress it. So it shows me that on maximum details with lights and fogs and stuff like that, I get nearly 100 FPS. Good MS, but very stressful on the core of the video card. The CPU has no problem, and the system 6.7 gig of system RAM. What I'm going to do is put a limit on the temperature, and I will distress the core. That is, instead of 2000 it show with boost, now it's 1.6. It's consuming less wattage. Now it's 320 instead of 380, and the GPU, it's a little cooler, so 75 degrees maximum, it's okay. But if we're jumping in Ark Survival, you can actually see on maximum, I mean epic details, this video card and this system is doing fantastic. So you can actually see that on 100% load on the video card with nearly 200 watts consumption from this video card. 68 degrees, 69, 75, 70 degrees on this video card. It's quite interesting to see, you know. I like the performance overall. The video card is the culprit here. I'm not going to complain about that, you know. I just want to see the limits in which I can put the system. It looks fantastic, you know, the game itself. If I want to play this game, it's quite good to know that I can do it with this computer, with the CPU. It's okay. 340 watts consumption from this computer, 80 FPS, nearly 90 FPS on average, and sometimes whenever you're moving, you can actually see it's spiking, you know. So I'm 100% sure that I can adjust it with VSync. Let's try on 1080p with ray tracing ultra and see how the system is holding. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, 40, 50 FPS. Very nice. I think DLSS on auto is interesting, but in this case you can actually see 75% load on the GPU and 80 nearly to 90% load on the CPU. Damn. Some games are utilizing the GPU at maximum. Some games are utilizing the CPU at maximum, and I like it. It feels like this computer is the limit for this GPU, but it looks nice, you know. I'm on 1080p, maximum details, ray tracing. It looks fantastic, you know. It's exactly what I need from this video card and from this computer. But if we're jumping in GTA 5 with maximum details, 1080p. I got 32% load on the CPU, 38% load on the GPU, 112 FPS, 8 ms. Looks fantastic, flat as hell, you know. And yeah, why I don't have 200 FPS? To benefit from this RTX 3070, you know, to put this video card at maximum, I think you need a rocket of a CPU, but in this case, even like this, is still decent. It's using 4.1 gig of VRAM, 10.6 gig of system RAM. Temperature on the CPU is good, under 50 degrees, and can say nothing, you know. It's a decent performance overall. So yes, do I like the performance? I like it. In GTA 5, this is what I need from this computer. Not a lot of stress, you know. But if I do want more FPS, I think I can adjust the settings and I can get mad. This is maximum details, don't forget, you know. So today's benchmark was about the CPU. It was not about the video card itself. I mean, I used the video card itself to see the limits on the CPU. Every single time the GPU was not on maximum load or high temperature, that means the CPU was bottlenecking. It's got 6 cores and 12 threads. Majority of the time when I'm using this CPU, I know that if the GPU is not on maximum, those 12 threads are lagging or doing something very dodgy. Regardless, I will make custom overlays for that one in the future. I just wanted to see my first reaction in this because I just I just managed to update the games, you know, and the first thing I wanted to do is have a reaction how the computer is working, you know, and I like it. I like the performance that I have from this computer. It's exactly what I wanted. I wanted this computer for a very long time. I remember back in the days in the comment section telling me that you need 2 16X in order to do proper SLI. They were not wrong, you know, but now I wanted to see the maximum performance, this CPU, and how it's performing, and I'm very happy. But now I have to take a look and see how I can benefit from that SLI, because I want to test a couple of video cards, and I'm curious how it's going to perform. Regardless, I like the computer. I like the performance that I had from this video card. I mean, the video card is fantastic overall. I have no problem with it. But if you have any suggestion in the future, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.